Hello and welcome to the 100% Humboldt podcast with your host, Scott Hammond, and my new best friend, Jamaica Bartz. Is that how you say it, Bartz?
Bartz, yeah.
Tell me, Jamaica, who are you? What's your day job? What do you do?
So I am the executive director for a medical detox and dual diagnosis residential treatment program called Waterfront Recovery Services.
Right. You guys are over by Target, right?
Yes.
Used to be Pepsi.
No, it's Pepsi's still there.
Oh, they're still there.
So the building used to be the Multiple Assistance Center.
Right.
So like a homeless shelter for families at first. And then I believe they took the family shelter part of it out. It was still a shelter right before, like maybe 6 months before we moved in there.
Tell me what you guys do there.
So we detox people, we manage their withdrawal from various different substances.
Wow. And
we have nurses and a nurse practitioner and a doctor to they go over their screenings, determine like what kind of protocol they're going to need, and adjust medications as necessary to make them as comfortable as they can be.
Yeah.
And we nurse them through that. We have detox technicians who check on them. We got 24-hour-a-day nurse detox technicians, and help them come back to life, and then move them on to in the continuum of care, as what we would call it. I'd say a vast majority of those individuals will move into our 30, 60, or 90-day residential portion of the treatment.
So they live right there on campus?
Yeah, they live there.
Wow, what a heavy thing that must be to watch, to have somebody go through. Is it DTs too, so alcoholism?
Yeah, DTs. Alcohol, there's this big, opioid epidemic. It's been going on for quite some time, has evolved into fentanyl, which has become more deadlier than,
oh boy,
even the heroin.
Right.
But alcohol is by far the most challenging substance to get individuals off of. The withdrawal from that is not only dangerous, but it is exceptionally hard. They are they will hallucinate sometimes. They can get severe tremors, sometimes even seizures. And the seizures can happen like they can be 8 days into their withdrawal and be off of the medications and still have a seizure.
And still seize up. Wow.
Still seize up, yeah.
Wow. So we'll come back to that. I want to talk about you. So tell us the Jamaica story.
The Jamaica story is I am in recovery myself. I will have 11 years in March.
Yay.
I did a lot of ripping and roaring up and down Humboldt County, doing meth. Meth was my drug of choice. Selling drugs, in and out of jail. And, you get to people have to have that moment most times.
Hitting bottom?
Hitting bottom, and everyone's bottom is different,
Sure.
I never was in the position to where I just didn't know where I was going to sleep or how I was going to eat, or, I always had what we would call a hustle. But, you get to a point where you're just like, what am I even doing with myself right now?
Right.
I'm 37 years old and I have nothing to show for my life.
Right.
Now I'm just using meth to just be functioning, I'm not even really getting high anymore. I'm just functioning and, looking over my shoulder, always having warrants because I just couldn't bring myself to court. And it's just not the way you want to live. You can't really get a job because, your addiction really doesn't really mesh well with a job or any type of responsibility, really. But you also can't get like food stamps and Medi-Cal because you have warrants. And then you're always looking over your shoulder because you don't know when a cop, when you're doing the kind of things I was doing, the cops know you. You're in and out of jail so much, the cops know you.
So you're this underground person, citizen, like persona non grata.
I mean, if you can call it that if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, without a yeah. So tell us where you grew up and where'd you go to school?
I was born and raised here.
In
And
Eureka or?
in Eureka. I mean, I was born in Arcata, but I was raised in Eureka.
Mhm.
Yeah. And, I went to the local elementary schools, went through Winship, went to Eureka High, went to, March of my senior year. But I did have my first kid when I was 17.
Wow.
Right. And, I went to school one day, changed his bottom, came back home. He had a rash halfway down his leg, and I was like, okay, we're not doing this. I'm not.
Right.
I need to make sure I'm taking care of my kids. So,
Sure.
but I did take my GED, and I passed that. Got the full points for that, and I had another kid at 19. I don't think. So I started using when I was 15. And I was still going to school and stuff, and I'm a third generation addict, so I was already predisposed to. I didn't grow up with my my real family. I was raised with a really good family, and
Nice.
gave us all the good things and all the good memories and all the things that I needed to have. But I was just still genetically inclined to want to party,
Right.
and it was introduced to me, and ooh, I like this.
This is fun.
This is real fun. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's do that more.
Yeah.
And I was doing it a bunch, but I don't think I was in a really hardcore addiction until early 20s, because I was using off and on for the first, that first 5-ish years. And I had another child at 19. So
Are your kids still local?
yeah, all my kids are local.
Grandma?
I am a grandma.
Look at you go.
I know, right? Well,
You're too young to be a grandma.
I am going to be 49 this year.
Wow.
So I have a 32-year-old son and a 30-year-old daughter. I have a 20-year-old daughter. I have an 8-year-old daughter.
Beautiful.
And then an 8-year-old grandson and a 6-year-old granddaughter.
How old do you think I am? If you get the number right, you'll win an early Dick Taylor chocolate bar. If not, you'll have to do the quiz, which is more arduous.
Oh.
Ready? Get it in here, Nick. Just close up.
I feel like it's a trick question.
I'm 78. I'm kidding. I'm pulling your leg.
Okay, 54.
54. Close. You'll have to do the quiz, however.
Oh, okay.
Winner. I've never asked anybody on the show what my age was. So I'm trying to lighten it up here a little bit. So went to school here locally, had kids, started the addiction career early because there's no question partying's fun.
Right.
Until it's not fun.
Sure.
And you found out you hit that wall and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, honestly, it's exactly how it went. Like, I know there are fun components to it, and there's a lot of misery attached to being in your active addiction. It's just there was a lot of times where it was fun, and we would all walk around town in the middle of the night and bump into each other, and we'd be partying and go hang out at people's houses, and that.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, it just started to become more and more obsolete. I think
that's interesting. Yeah.
Part of it is like the cops were cracking down. Like, you didn't want to be caught walking out past like midnight. I know one of my first stints of trying to get clean, I couldn't wait till I can walk down the street at like 2:00 in the morning just to go get ice cream, just so a cop can roll up on me and be like,
"What are you doing?
What are you doing?" "I'm getting ice cream." "Is that a crime?" That was my thought. Just it was a silly goal, but it was a goal nonetheless, and it was a healthier goal.
Sure.
Be out at 2:00 in the morning getting ice cream and
that's healthier.
I mean, it's just the mindset,
I like the notion though, because that partying has an arc and an obsolescence, and it's the same old stuff, same old buzz, same old people. What started really fun, and it's not bad to have fun. It's not bad to have connection, right?
Yeah.
With people that you care about, and then it goes sideways.
It goes way sideways.
Yeah. Which is sad. It's got that slippery slope element to it.
Yeah, people just start getting shady. Everyone starts trying to steal your things. Start stabbing you in the back. Start telling on you to the cops.
I remember as a teenager in San Diego, so we were very rough. We weren't junkies or anything, but when I started seeing guns, I'm going, "What happened to our little pot party here?"
Sure. Yeah.
We're drinking Heinekens, man, and you had a gun. What is what? Oh, I'm just holding it for a guy. Well, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, that is weird. And keep your
and
guy over there.
yeah, who are you hanging out with there,
Mhm.
brother, man? So yeah, to see that obsolescence and where it doesn't have the panache and the fun
Mm-mm.
that it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder. We'll talk about that later, but I wonder what next level stuff is. What do we replace all that with? Because I think we do have a need for human connection
Mhm.
and for fun. That's all good.
Well, first of all, I'm a very social person.
Mhm.
I've always been a social person. I am the type of person I could be in a whole nother country and make a friend.
Sure.
That's just who I am.
Right on.
And I was never the type that I wanted to just be hanging out by myself, but that's what it became. I just I don't want to be bothered.
Mhm.
I'm not going to answer my door. I'd just rather be by myself. And
party privately.
I guess, again, not even partying anymore. You're still
Solo.
using. You can't stop. You're a slave to it now.
So it's not even partying, it's maintaining.
It's just you're maintaining. That's just what you do now. And
Wow.
and like, what is it? What is that?
Yeah. The disappointment of the promises never kept. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the story of addiction. Yeah. And we'll talk about that a little bit. So who are you? So I'm just going to go right for my questions.
Okay.
Who are you, Jamaica, and what do you want?
I want, well, first of all, I just want anybody with addiction. This is what I always say. I always say, because it's not going to be perfect once you get clean and once you get better. But if you have even just like this much, just a little bit, just a little pinch of anything that I was able to have, then you're already doing 100 times better because it's something, it's some type of happiness. I just want people to be better and
I like that.
Live up to their potential and see their potential and love themselves. Love themselves enough to, keep fighting the fight.
Small beginnings are a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. There's a proverb that says, "Don't despise the day of small beginnings." So I think we got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You don't get perfect overnight, and the healing, whatever that is you're looking for, is never that the big dream. I think the dream comes with some chunks of reality.
Well, yeah, because like you have an idea. You can't have an idea of what that healing's going to look like. It's going to unfold on its own. You can't. You're going to set yourself up for an expectation that you don't have no idea if you're going to hit.
Right. So I like what you want. You want people to be just maybe incrementally on the way.
Yeah.
I love it.
And just enough to want more.
Yeah.
Keep wanting more because that's what happens. You get addicted to
it's good.
The next good thing that's going to happen.
Yeah. So addictive personalities need something positively addicting. That's a positive thing that they can be leaning into and addicted to. Like maybe fitness.
Not me, but sure.
Some people.
For a lot of people,
like
sure.
Nick's very fit.
Yeah. Not me, but a lot of people, yes.
Or, art or, music or whatever they're going to be into. Or,
art or music or sometimes it's just the simple things, I personally, I right now, I love, my thing right now is, and it was before too, it's just, I love to just I like to stream and watch shows and just go to the movies and, what good scary movie is going to come out? Just pretty simple things. I mean, I like vacations and experiences too, but sometimes it's not like the best thing you're going to, the most exciting thing you're ever going to do, but it's just going to be something that makes you okay.
Yeah. I like that. It makes you okay. So Joni and I have a routine called the Quiet Night In.
Okay.
So tonight's a quiet night in. So I'll leave the podcast, drive to McKinleyville, and put on my cozies, kind of thick sweats, Costco thick hoodie, and we will make our senior citizen salads. And instead of 35 years of dining at a table with kids that are crazy, we'll sit in front of the TV and watch our senior citizen programs.
Okay.
And chill out. And hey, I might go to bed before 10 and actually sleep, which is really, actually at this age is really fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll give you my age, by the way, when we do our quiz.
Okay.
So you got to hold out for that a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, if you're just joining us, my new best friend, Jamaica Bartz with Waterfront Recovery Services. That's correct.
Yes.
I read the letterhead. I got it right. So
you printed some stuff out. I see you.
Oh, I got your whole deal here.
You're cheating over there.
I don't cheat. I just do a little homework. I try to do too much homework because I don't want to wreck it. I want it genuine, so I want to keep it real. So you told us where you come from with your education. What kind of jobs did you have before you did this?
I was a meat clerk for like 3.5 years. I did that for like 3.5 years.
Where was that?
Raised food place in Eureka.
Sure.
What else did I do? I worked at a private residential care home for, I feel like 3.5 years was like this number I couldn't get past with relationships, a job, and I didn't, not consciously, of course, but in hindsight, I'm like, well, I did this for like 3.5 years, maybe 3.5-ish years. I worked at the, bulb farm. Everyone's worked there.
Did they? Didn't we all?
I mean, at one point I was just like, yeah, I want to do better. I'm going to go get a job. And someone told me to do that. And so I did. I mean, oddly enough, you relapse while you're doing that too, because there was a lot of, drugs out there and stuff.
Sure. Ray's Food Place, man. They're a legend back in the day.
Oh yeah. I mean, I really thought I was going to be, I'm a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to meat and certain things. I just am. But I thought I was going to be like, traumatized by it, like, oh my God, but I didn't. It made me feel better, actually, and but it also made me appreciate a better quality of meat as well. So
they had great beef back in the day.
Yeah, so I went into cutting meat. I cut the counter a couple of days of the week, or helped cut, and so.
Do you know there's no tri-tip cut in Texas? They don't understand it back east. It's a California thing.
Really?
It's sirloin of some sort, right? It's
well. What are they gonna do?
I think they call it brisket or something different.
Oh, I was like, but what do they do with it then?
Those weird Texans. My friend got mad at me because I was getting on people on the East Coast and their attitude last episode. She goes, "You can't get on the East Coast." I go, "Of course I can, because they're just East Coast people. They don't roll like we do. California, all mellow, and I want a mocha. And they're just straightforward, which we love you East Coast guys, and we appreciate you. So let's talk about addiction in Humboldt County. And so what drives addiction generally in our county? How does it happen? What's typical? What does that look like?
I'm not going to like pinhole it into just Humboldt County.
Sure.
But
could be anywhere.
A lot of addiction is really stemming from some type of trauma in most cases. We, as a medical facility, we do like the like a half-hour screening, and we ask for records if someone tells us some things about maybe some mental health conditions we want to look at, and so we'll get records. And it's just, aside from that, we do like these assessments on them, to determine their treatment.
Sure.
And it asks them like psychosocial questions, and I wouldn't say you'd be surprised, because I'm sure you can imagine. I'm sure anyone can imagine, but just the amount of trauma histories you hear, and some of it they tell us, and some of it we see in these records, and you can't make these things up, and they are just, they're pretty bad. I think that there's a lot of instances where clients will know that's where it's coming from, and there's a lot of instances where they don't even realize. They still can't admit that that's maybe something.
It's a blind spot
that's driving, or that keeps leading them back to using, even though they try to get clean. Because if you're not working through or trying to address that issue, it's probably going to continue to come back and bite you.
Right. So you're addressing that along with the detox piece.
Yeah. Well, we try. We can't make them go to therapy. We can't try to make them do grief counseling.
But you have therapy sessions where people could come and do group. Whatever. Yeah,
we have group therapy. We have we do one-on-ones with them for people that have who report significant trauma. We set them up with therapy, outside therapy, like with LCSW or MFT or something. If it's grief, we send them to like grief therapy or grief group.
Yeah. So we're talking, my mind, let's talk about trauma. Okay. My mind immediately goes to profound sexual abuse, profound ongoing verbal abuse, profound beatings and
mental
hurt.
Abuse.
Yeah. Mental, and trafficking, I'm sure, is a piece of some of that.
Yeah.
Do you know Katrina Sims? You know Tina? Up in McKinleyville? She's a big advocate
Yes, I know Katrina. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around human trafficking awareness.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. Hope you're doing good. So you're native. So you got your Yurok Tribes hoodie.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about the being native in Humboldt County and that piece.
Well, I'm a Eureka Tribal member. It's just funny because when I was in school for addiction and we were doing special populations, they were talking about basically like white privilege and or people being a minority. And I don't feel like I've ever felt like a minority. I mean, I guess maybe because of this area, it has a lot of big Native community, but I've never felt that. One of my biggest regrets is, I spent, the better part of 20 years growing up in my addiction. I mean, with some spots of clean time, and I didn't engage in my culture enough. And you always know that, like, if you're under the influence and you're using, like, you don't do that because it's really bad medicine. I'm very superstitious. I don't want any of that bad juju on me.
Right.
So
it's a big no-no in the culture.
It's a big no-no.
So don't come in high to the white dude dance. What's the dance they do in Hoopa? It's some sort of white.
I'm not sure what they do in Hoopa.
Yeah,
but,
that's different.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do that.
I would absolutely never do that.
Don't go high to the thing.
So
I guess it's like getting high and going to church. It's
pretty much
kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people do it, but
if you, I could be, don't matter what kind of substance I'm using, I'm not doing that.
Although I have stories with friends that or associates that knew stories of hardcore LSD use that led them definitely to a religious, to God in some way, that it made them go, oh no, this isn't right. But we're not suggesting that for you kids out there today.
I mean, they do have certain therapies where you do, like, they have like the ketamine therapy, and they have that.
Do you guys see some of that, the ketamine and therapy in the program, or people associated with the program?
Not in our program.
They prescribe it locally.
They do it locally, and it's like a microdose.
Right.
So none of our clients have done it, not while they're in the program, at least.
I see.
And that's actually a really good question, because no one's ever asked, but I'd have to really be thinking about that, because of course it would be helpful for them, right? And I'm not opposed to anything that's going to help someone get better, but then then you have to beg the question, like, okay, I guess I can think of it as, I wouldn't send someone to the hospital. We wouldn't send someone to the hospital and tell them you can't give them a medication and then they can't come back. We wouldn't do that.
Right.
But it would be a little bit weird, I think it would be a blurred line, just because, you come back, you're intermingling with the rest of the residents, and you might be talking about that you had this ketamine therapy, could trigger somebody. I mean, I know it sounds, it is what it is. Different things trigger different people.
Sure.
You don't ever want to put someone in the position to be triggered.
Or want to use again.
That's what I'm saying, though, like, want to use again. I mean, at least if they did, they'd be in a safe spot. But you just, addiction is so diverse, and what leads people to relapse or want to leave treatment, it's just so many different variations of what that could be. And we just, I don't never want to be a part of it.
Sure.
But I wouldn't be opposed to, letting, having them set someone up for after treatment.
I know it's certainly effective. In a podcast, we were laughing about that. I heard it in a podcast. England has studied that and with some success, and for veterans with severe PTSD and things of that nature. So tell me more about the program. So I come in, I'm addicted, strung out on, say, heroin or fentanyl or meth, and there's an assessment, and then I can begin to get treatment and then live there.
Yeah. So you do the screening.
How many beds do you have?
It's a 56-bed facility.
Wow.
So 36 are for residential clients. 20 of them are for detox, although we never hit that capacity. I think the most we ever really do anymore could be like 12, depending on the acuity level. And that just goes back to, if we bring more than that in, like how much the staff can handle.
Right.
It kind of becomes we need more staff to bring more clients, to be comfortable bringing more clients, but then we need more clients to want to be able to afford the more staff, and so it's like a chicken and the egg things.
Sure, funding. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, hashtag goals, but right now we just want to make sure that we're not overdoing it for the staff. We're not overdoing it for the providers or nurses, and we're not going to leave the clients in a position to where they're not getting the best care that they can get.
I love it. I find this really holy work. I think it's cool. I got to think it's really brave for me, quote, the addict, to come in. It's a kind of an act of courage to go, I want to get sober, and I want to pull my shit together, and I want to live life and participate again and check back in. And I think that an epiphany moment for me. I get it, and I love it, because I think people are imago Dei. They're created in the image of God, and that love of the Creator is there, and it's like, oh, and you're going to come back and be with us. That's so cool.
It is pretty cool, and
Welcome home.
It is brave. I remember when I was in treatment, the question was, what do you think? Do you think it's easier to get clean, or you think it's easier to stay clean? And mine was, it's easier to stay clean, because the getting clean, and I was only meth. I don't say only meth lightly, but
Sure.
that consists of a lot of sleeping and maybe eating, and just not having a lot of energy, but it's not otherwise uncomfortable, but I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do that on purpose. I didn't want to go through that on purpose. So once you can get past that, to me, okay, I've got past that now. To me, it was just easier. Everyone's going to be different, but it's uncomfortable. And especially if you are coming off an opiate or, alcohol, like some people come in there, they just only didn't drink that morning, or they maybe had a little bit that morning, and they're already like starting to withdraw. And it is brave, and it is scary. And, unfortunately, that keeps some people from coming in. But I think the best thing about it is that we are medical, and we don't got to okay, let me backtrack.
Sure.
Before we became Waterfront Recovery Services, the agency, the organization is Alcohol Drug Care Services, which has been around since like 1990.
Is it private? County? What?
What?
Is it privately held, or is it county organization?
Oh, it's
state?
No, we're a nonprofit. We're a nonprofit.
You're on nonprofit.
Yeah, we're a corporation.
Gotcha.
But so I think they started out with just having like a detox. It goes way back, and everything was ran out of houses. But I started working for the organization in 2000, actually 10 years this 10 years this month.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. But we were a social model, and I worked in detox at that time, and we did the screenings 24 hours a day. That we don't do that now. We have business hours. But when people came, we would have to sit. We were social, which means we don't have medical. So we would, of course, give them their medications, and we would check on them, and we would do vitals. But the clients would have to go to the hospital to get a medical clearance.
Wow.
And people would be walking all the way. I was on 14th and C, so they'd be walking all the way across town to the hospital,
St. Joe's and back.
Sit there all they're not like a higher need in the emergency room, so they could sit there for hours.
So they might change their mind in the journey.
They might change their mind in the journey, or just maybe they don't want to sit there and wait all day. They don't want to walk across town, wait there for hours. Then they would get prescribed medications, and there would be some doctors that were in there that were really like, they were sensitive and compassionate to it, and you'd get an okay, they would call it a kickback, but you'd get an okay kickback, and it might be even for opiates, have Ativan with it,
Wow.
But there was one who, and I won't do it. I won't say her name, but she was just so mean, and she wouldn't give them something to make them comfortable, and she would say, well, they're not going to die. They're not going to die from withdrawing. And I'm just like, but they might die if they keep using.
Yeah.
And so those were that was really soldiering up, in my opinion, because you were going through all those motions, and you might not get good medications to help you make you comfortable, and people would still sit through it, would still go through it.
And you might get one shot at it, and if they're not taking care of you.
I mean,
but now you guys do it right. You dispense on the spot.
We do it all right there, and it
beautiful.
wasn't successful. It wasn't a high success rate, No.
And
it was before they were really before, medicated assistant treatment was more prevalent. Like now it's like everywhere and it's more accepted.
Pretty dialed into science, right?
It's pretty, yeah. But I mean, like there's just more doctors prescribing it. Like the hospital has their own, like the Bridge program, and they have a substance use navigator, and they're just the community and is really coming around.
That's cool.
Is the way I would put it.
Cool. So you have relationships with St. Joe's and Providence, and all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we take it over here to now we're a medical model, we are really able to, like I said, make someone very comfortable and help them through it and monitor them until they can get through it and then start the real work.
It's a sad, hard thing to hear about, and also beautiful.
Sure,
I love it. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
And so why do you do this?
Well,
what drives you to do this thing?
Well, okay.
It's not a check, I'm sure. A check doesn't hurt, but yeah.
You said earlier, like how much of it is heart, and I would say at least, obviously I got to live. I have to have a paycheck.
Should be paid.
It definitely isn't for the paycheck.
Yeah.
And it is 90% love and understanding and compassion and wanting people to make it like I did.
Well, it's got to be hardcore to watch somebody detox and DT and all the things that I can just imagine to be part of that, and it ain't pretty. And
it ain't pretty, but it is pretty.
It's kind of a paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, my paradoxical friend, Jamaica Bartz, thanks for being here, by the way. We're having fun.
Yeah.
This is great. So I relate because my friend Jeff had not one, not two, but 3 detoxes at St. Joe's. We had to escort him from his apartment in Old Town, time number 1, and down the stairs by the belt loops and getting his butt to
kicking
St.
and screaming.
Joe's. Oh, just a mess. Dying in his couch, just a pool of death. And here's a classy guy that had a beautiful life in an apartment and just got crawled into a vodka bottle over months and weeks, and his roommate let him do it, which is also icky and ugly. But it took him 3 times. Went through Redwood Teen Challenge, got sober for the better part of a year, and got out. It was going to go to so you know where this is going. He had to stop over at Motel 6 in Arcata and drank himself to death. So it doesn't always go well, right?
It doesn't always go well.
So you've seen some death in this?
Yes. And I always try to think it out, like try to think about it in my mind. Like, is it because I'm getting older that I know more people that are dying, or
yes.
Yes, but also the line of work, because now you are that much more connected, or have came in passing with more people that are now dying.
Small
and
town.
It is.
The answer is yes.
It's just a lot. It's surrounded by death. I feel like a lot, but also surrounded by a lot of miracles too. So
which makes it easier maybe to survive it and thrive in it.
People always say, I don't know how you do it, but you just do it because you care about it and it's meaningful and we need it. People need it.
Love your heart. And I'm sure it's the same heart that beats, and I'm sure most all the staff that to do that kind of work.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. No, I love it. And it's so cool. So let's do the quiz. Are you ready to earn one of these? Oh, look, an amazing, Nick, did you see this? The brand new Dick Taylor bar and bag. Hey, this is a Baileys.
I don't know what a Baileys is.
Baileys is a country where they get the chocolate. Central America. Baileys, it's Toledo, which is part of Baileys. And it's from the Maya Mountain cacao. It's dried plum, tart cherry, and jasmine flavors. Isn't that appropriate? So are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready for the quiz?
Sure.
You don't look very nervous. Either you're... I'm not here to scare you about that, but here we go. We'll put that. You don't get that yet here we go. Did I tee it up okay? Maybe I'm making it weird.
I don't know. I'm still like trying to process like, what's he going to ask?
What's he going to ask? You'll have fun. I'll have fun if nobody else does. Question number 1. Jamaica, You get to do anything you want for a day in Humboldt, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Cost is not an object. What do you do with your day off?
Oh, man. Ugh. That's a really hard question.
Well, there's a lot of options.
Well, I think I probably would do all day self-care stuff.
Oh,
That's from the hair to the fingers to the massages to the
love it.
toes.
Best answer ever.
You
You're all nervous about You gave me the best answer.
Ah,
Let's see the nails just for grins because you have the beautiful nails. Look at that. Would you look at those?
these are my Valentine's Day nails.
Those are pretty good. I like those.
Oh yes, my girl. She does good.
You want to see my nails? So you're going, no, thank you.
But buffer them. All you got to do is buffer them. They might shine a little.
You know what? I think I will. You're right. So they have stuff you can buffer and then put that little coat on
It's just
it.
I mean, like if you just did a normal file, you can they have like these files that have different sides, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything really.
Yeah.
And you go like this, and all of a sudden it's shiny.
So where I go for this to my my spa, Frederick and Charles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're great. What's up, Ted? But they do manicures, so I'm going to get me a manicure. Thank you. Question number 2. What is soul crushing for you, and what's life giving?
Soul crushing.
I like the other answer, by the way, a whole spa day, like self-care.
Yeah, but
Good answer.
But I'm very specific but loyal. So each of these things would happen at a different spot.
Oh, that's cool. That's fair.
Well, 2 things would happen at one spot, anyways. I forgot the lashes too.
Oh, the lashes, yeah.
What is soul crushing? I guess it's hearing some of the stories that you hear, just the pain that people have gone through, you just hear these things and you just stab me in the heart, it's like you can't take that from anybody. You can't, even if you wanted to,
It's theirs.
You don't got no superpower to just be like, I would just take it from you
Right.
if I could. That's their own journey, but it is soul crushing, and it's really hard to hear that there's humans out there that do these vile things to their kids or to other people's kids, whether that be physical, emotional, sexual, mental.
Yeah, y'all knock it off.
Knock that shit off now.
Quit that shit, man. That's bad. You're talking about bad juju.
I'm talking about really bad juju, and there's just a lot of evil people out there. It's just
it's too
there's
bad.
some gross people out there, and it's not like they're not just doing these things to these people. Like these things are lasting effects.
Yeah,
and
trauma.
And then sometimes it trickles down to their own kids because maybe they're just whether it be their addiction or them just being, emotionally, mentally like stunted. It trickles downhill.
So you're breaking the generational stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
So what's life giving?
What's life giving?
What fills up your cup?
Filling up my cup is probably my kids. The work is amazing. I love what I do. I love seeing the success stories, but
I could tell.
I just they're my world. I wasn't I was a young mom,
Yeah.
And that was not my addiction, and I wasn't completely gone, but I wasn't completely there either.
Right.
I was able to pull my head out of my ass when my now 20-year-old was like 9.
Good.
Just in time, because she's such a great kid. She's one of my best friends. My little deuce right there, my little mini me.
Nice.
But I like to be very involved. I like to, I volunteer for youth cheerleading and football. I've been doing that this will be my 5th year.
Wow.
So I am on the board and I do the cheer coordinating, and I also love that. I just
love
my
friend Tracy?
Tracy Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy.
I've known her for a very long time, since probably the better part of since my son was a year old. So he's 32.
Amazing person.
And Jacob, known them, and her daughters were my daughter's cheer coach. And
yeah, they coached, right? They were really into it.
Yeah, they still do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But I love that too. I just love watching these kids come there and not feeling that confident or not really even ever cheering before or maybe even playing football and then just gaining their self-confidence and learning their craft. Cool. And just, I'm like, get goosebumps thinking about it because like they just, it's like, I feel proud of them like I'm watching my own kid.
Right. Being part of a team.
Yeah. So I really love that. I really love, anything that's volunteering with my kids' schools, anything that I really should have did when I was with my older kids. Unfortunately, me and my son grew up together, that wasn't what it was.
What I'm hearing you say is that the game's never really over unless you quit. But so we can always have the comeback trail.
100%, because I was 37 when I decided, okay, this is stupid and this isn't the life I want to live anymore.
So my dad, who was an addict, he was an alcoholic from World War II. He's a P-51 fighter pilot. And he was a badass. He was just a great American killer pilot. He was an ace. And he came back and he drank for 40 years because they didn't have drugs for that. They had Budweiser in a bottle.
Right.
And when I was 13, he got sober and he became a new man.
That's cool.
And he was beautiful. Bob was a beautiful man, and he, SOB, sweet old Bob, and he would hug people. And
not son of a bitch.
Yeah, no. He was that. He became the new SOB.
SOB 2.0.
2.0. And just a new dude. And sobriety, he wore it well and knew all the stories and all these AA guys. He dragged me to AA meetings in San Diego. And I'm going, yeah, these guys are all drunks. I can smoke weed and drink Heineken. I'm fine. These guys, this is stupid. And it went in one ear and it stayed. For me, by the time I was 19, I was sober.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I was able to not, die of drugs. And so, thanks, Dad. And thanks for the example. And what a great guy. What a great model. And, so sometimes we can come back as parents or as friends or as people or as spouses and come back and be there for people.
Well, yeah, and I know, like, I've had some clients to be like, just be so ashamed, like, oh, my kids are always going to know, like, they were in foster care, and I was like, but sure, they're going to remember they're in foster care, but they're also going to remember that you fought for them.
Yeah.
And that you're a mother effing warrior, and they're going to remember that too.
And you're going to come back.
Yeah. So, I
love it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you're a warrior.
Don't forget.
That's a good word. I like that. I had a friend tell me that once. I was grousing him. This deal, it's such a bad thing. And we were selling a home and it was so terrible. And he goes, Scott, you know that God calls you a warrior. So start acting like one.
Called you out.
Thanks, Michael, for that. Question number 3. You're not quite done with this yet either.
Okay.
So question number 3. Are you ready?
Okay.
What was your best day and what was your worst day in life?
This isn't fair.
I know.
I don't know what to say a worst day was.
Maybe one of the worst days.
One of the worst days?
And one of the best.
I think one of the worst days, it's hard because I can say this was a worst day, and I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, good, bad, or indifferent. It might not be real, but I believe in all the forces that may, the universe and all the forces that may be. And it was it's what got me clean. I was already sick of it, but I got arrested with my son. We got arrested together.
Wow. How old was he?
He was 20. He was 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hauled in together?
Yes.
Wow.
He got out, I stayed in.
Of course.
That was my 4th felony at the time. But just like, and I'm just like, ew. Like, this is ew.
Huh.
It's
hard.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed of my past. I can't be. That's who's made me what I am today. Like, it's everything's part of my story, and I'm not scared to say it. I'm not ever going to hide it from anyone. That's not who I am. You asked me who I am, but that's not who I am. No one's going to make me feel bad because of my past, any of that. But in the time, I was like, kind of like ashamed, like, God, like who gets arrested with their own kid? That's just, come on, you know what I mean? But
Right.
it is like what turned it over, you know?
I love it.
Here I am now.
You're making a great point that I've searched for a minute, and that is, we talk in the circles I run in. Shame is bad. Shame, don't shame people. Of course, you don't shame people.
Sure. Yeah.
But my friend Steve goes, there's a positive shame, and you just talked about it. There's a place where you go, oh crap, this is not the best version of me ever, and I'm feeling some shame that changes and transforms.
Yeah.
And converts into something cool and transformational.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, okay, what's your best day? And then you're getting close to the chocolate, by the way.
Best day. I don't know. I don't think I can say there's any one best day.
A best day that something was amazing.
I don't know why this question is so hard. Well, I can tell you a really good day that was actually happened not too long ago. And my grandma turned 85.
Wow.
And
happy birthday, Grandma. What's her name?
Her name is, we call her Bubs, Grandma Bubs, but her name is Barbara.
Bubs, Barbara, happy birthday.
And
is she local here?
Yeah. She's
nice.
85.
85. She's sharp?
She's pretty sharp, She has her moments, but yeah, she's pretty sharp.
Nice.
So I want to be like Grandma when I grow up. It gives me hope because, you almost turn 50. You're getting close to 50. You're like,
you're so old right now. Yeah, right.
Come on, it's a hard pill to swallow. But then I'm like, shoot, I might have 35 more years,
Right.
And a lot of the family gathered. We got pictures of
beautiful.
All of her kids, and then
Barbara.
we did like some generational. All her kids, all her grandkids, and then all of the great grandkids.
So in your culture, she's an elder.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're venerated, right?
They're who?
Venerated, that loved and listened to and respected. Honored.
Of course, you should if you're doing it right.
If you're
doing it right.
If you understand it.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. So I really loved that. There's just something about, when you have a really big family. Because I'm the oldest of 8,
Wow.
So, and everyone comes together, and celebrating the person that, we all came to be from.
I love it.
And that was pretty cool. I really like that.
Magical. Well, guess what? You are the winner of a Dick Taylor chocolate.
Okay.
This is for you. Don't eat it all in one sitting, although they're delicious. I wanted to ask about fentanyl real quick before we go, and then how we're going to support you and the program and how people can reach out. So two different things. So fentanyl, of course. So fentanyl is really super dangerous, and we all know people that have died from it. I mean, I know a handful of people, and that have been affected, or their kids OD'd and got some bad drugs, and people that were really cautious about fentanyl and still died.
Mm-hmm.
So it's talk about that for a sec.
Well, when it comes to something like fentanyl, I think any drugs that you can overdose on, but fentanyl is an exceptionally evil beast. And, it's coming from all kinds of different places. Like, they're pressing it. Say if they're going to press it into a pill, they're going to call it a perk 30, but it might not be evenly pressed. You can split that pill in half, and half of that might have like almost none of the fentanyl in it, and the other half be like full of it.
All of it. Right.
Yeah. Or it's in the meth. And they do have kits where you can test your meth for it, but a lot of people they're not thinking on the let me test this real quick. They're thinking on I need to get high right now.
I want to do some pure drugs.
I want to do but and same thing, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, when the cops bust people and there's big old chunks, like these blocks of fentanyl. Well, however they're mixing it, again, certain your bag of fentanyl might be, this bag of fentanyl from the same piece might just be some, and this might be very potent,
So it's not uniform.
It's not uniform. You don't really know what you're taking.
FDA controlled here.
You don't know what you're doing.
Right.
They've had xylazine in there, like that horse tranquilizer, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you're clean for a while and then you go use, then that you think that you can do.
Your tolerances are all shot.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's, again, different variables. But,
there's a spectrum of variables that could kill you.
Yeah.
And do. So we've had plenty of fentanyl death here in the county, right, over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah.
High risk. It's a high risk behavior. That's kind of a scary thing.
Very much so. Like you're, used to be, well, the other thing is people stopped using it intravenously because of that, because of it being so dangerous. But I think that it doesn't really matter which way you're doing it. People think that they're being safer by smoking it, and sure, it's lower risk, but it's still high risk.
You'd still die.
It's still gonna, suppress your breathing and lower your heart rate. And, if there isn't someone there to see that, then you might not wake up.
Right. So epidemic, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we support y'all? What do we do? If one wanted to volunteer, give you money, throw you gold bullion, what can we do to...
One gold bullion, please, no.
Yeah. Big bar.
Volunteering is helpful. Like we have we don't typically take volunteers in the facility, but I did take one of the first volunteers we've had in a really long time. But also volunteering, like for right now, we're trying to, we have 4 sober living houses, which the programs used to be ran out of, and they have a lot of work that needs to be done to them, things like that.
Construction?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Contractor.
Hey, hear that, Nick? Yeah. So somebody that wanted to volunteer that could swing a hammer.
Yeah.
Do drywall, to put up a...
Yeah, like right now we have to replace siding on one of our houses.
Okay. So that's really practical.
Yeah, it's really practical.
You guys could buy materials.
Yeah, we buy the material. We could buy the materials.
Beautiful.
We need one of our houses need to be painted. I've been in contact with Heidi Benzinelli, who said, well, maybe we might be able to get one of our painters, but then we would maybe get all the guys out there to help paint.
Have a paint day?
Yeah, things like that.
That's pretty cool.
Things that like you have to really...
And they could call you directly or call the program?
They can call me directly or...
What's a good phone number for the program?
It's 707-269-9590.
269-9590.
And my extension is 204. But if you were to leave a message, just leave a detailed message.
I love it. And you could volunteer and just help
volunteer your time, volunteer your skill.
So you're a nonprofit, so you could take a donation too.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it.
So yeah.
Why not? All right. So awkward silence, and then we're going to ask about you and your legacy. What do you want to be remembered for at your celebration of life? Who were you and what did you do?
I'm happy being remembered for what I'm doing now. And I have to tell you, again, when I was in treatment, they say one of the tasks was your old identity versus your new identity.
Oh, cool. My
old identity was if you said my name or saw me, you instantly thought of drugs. Okay? But now when you see me or say my name, people instantly think of treatment and recovery. And that's all I could ever ask for.
That's beautiful. I love it.
No longer the person who can get your drugs or sell you drugs.
Right on. I think identity is so key.
Sure.
It's leaning into the right identity because it's attempted to be assigned by so many people, our parents, coaches, spouses. It's like, nope. And then we all have a fake ID. Here's my fake ID. Do you see that? Oh, here's another. I have a whole wallet full
that look like
I could be everybody.
Like your bank card.
Yeah, but these fake IDs that we carry around that are not who we really are, metaphorically. That I'm not my job. I'm not just a husband or a dad. Those are all part of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not just good at being social, like you said, as social people. We kind of get life from that. That's not exactly who I am. So I think it's really key to do the work. So there's some recovery work to figure out who the heck God made you.
Yeah.
and how you're wired and how you're going to lean into those gifts.
Sure.
And that becomes beautiful.
Yeah.
And then telling the truth. That's the other part of what I've learned is just be honest. Just tell yourself. Let's start with telling God and yourself the truth.
Yeah.
And be honest with people and just be straight, because it's way better to work with facts.
No one likes a bullshitter.
Nobody likes a bullshitter. Another way to say it, folks. Well, delighted to have you. But last question, what's on your tombstone? You're getting tired of all my
Well, I don't know.
My deep questions.
Probably just here lies a no bullshitting, tell it like it is, mother, daughter, friend.
Nice.
With a big heart.
Ooh, you heard it here, folks. First, that's awesome. I love it. With a big heart. That's going to take a big tombstone to write all that.
Hey, but I'm short, but I'm big.
But you're big. I get it. Yes, you are. Well, thanks for coming. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks for being available.
Yeah.
Well, folks, join us again next time on the 100% Humble podcast. And you can find us, guess where?
On YouTube.
And Access Humboldt on TV.
Oh my God. This is going on TV.
That's why there's cameras. say hi, Nick.
I was tricked.
Yeah.
Dang it. And then he also let me cuss.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can cuss on YouTube. I don't know if you can cuss on TV.
Cuss a little bit. Yeah.
I cuss a lot of it. I toned it down for you.
We didn't do too many F-bombs. We're good here.
I didn't do any just for you.
I didn't hear any. Haven't heard any yet. Friggin' F-bombs. So, and brought to you by Dick Taylor Chocolate, Quality Body, Dutch Brothers Coffee, and Nick Flores, who is with Growing Pains, his podcast. So a lot of people make this possible, and shout out to all y'all. And join us next week when we have a new guest with 100% Humboldt, the movers and shakers, difference makers that make this place iconic, amazing, on 100% Humboldt, Scott Hammond.